Okay, we're circling back for the deferrals. This is your last chance. Is it perhaps Mr. Huber?
It's Dr. Huber. I'm an old-time family practitioner from this town for 40 years. And of course, as I hear people talk, I want to tell you that I'm one of those who's absolutely against children and absolutely against good education. With that in mind, I don't know whether this has ever happened in your own towns, but when the newspaper began to talk about whole grade sharing, no one in this town, unless maybe there were a few, I think we're quite a few, who knew that that meant we might lose our high school to another town. Finally, the word got out that something more was afoot than just sharing with the lake. And so we had, so a public meeting was here in this building, and about 80 people came, and they discussed, they didn't know for sure what was going to happen, but they discussed it. They surely didn't want to lose their high school. They surely didn't want to lose their athletic team without a little more warning. The following week, or perhaps it was later that week, I can't remember, the two boards met, and 90 people from this town came and talked with those two boards, our board and the Lake board. It was a joint board meeting. And at that meeting, the people of this town asked their board not to move the high school to Lake. They rose individually, many of them, and they just said, please don't do this quickly. We're not ready, we're not prepared, we don't want to lose our high school. However, the board then cut off the debate, moved to move the high school, and to join the two schools for whole grade sharing, and the high school moved to Lakeview. Many people in that meeting, I'd say the majority of the 90 who were at that meeting, felt that they had been betrayed. Evidence for that betrayal is this, that since then we have replaced every one of those board members who voted for that to move the school. Everyone in the subsequent elections for board members has been replaced except one. We missed it because there were two people running and we only had one person to run. So I just want to let you know, if you listen here, you think that that it's all gone and everybody is really happy with it. Do I think we need to eventually, no, not even eventually, do I think we need to join with another school district? Yes, I do. My wife was on the school board for many years, and we're aware of the decreasing enrollment. We're also aware of the fact that the two districts may not have enough enrollment to run a good school soon. But we think this petition is premature. You've heard people on both sides of the question say that they really don't like this at large thing. They'd like to maintain some semblance of community representation on the new board. Then when the petition was passed, and this is probably nitpicking, but I don't really think so. When the petition was passed, and some 400 people in this community signed it, the petition and the list of names was not together. What happened was a list was passed down through the grandstand, or through the seating at the football game, and people were asked to sign. they signed, but the petition was not attached to that list. And we've heard that many times. We've only heard occasionally that people said that they didn't know what they had signed, that they just signed. That would be kind of an idiotic thing to do, but I have heard it a couple of times. Most of the people just said they were told, well, we want to get this out of the way, so sign. So I would say that, I want you to know that all is not happiness like with this. Many of us think that eventually we will join with Lakeview or some other town to, and then I want to add, someone said the students were happy. They are very happy. I think we'd have a hard time finding a high school student who is not happy with the reorganization. There's more girls to look at. There's more, whatever it is that makes them happy, they're pretty happy about it. Maybe that's always the case. I really think it probably always is the case. I think I've said about my piece. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mrs. Huber.
I'm Katie Huber, and my husband said that I was on the board for 8 years, and during that time we were looking for people to share with, people to consolidate, and I think we're happy to have Lakeview offer as a sharing partner. It isn't all happiness as I look around this auditorium. I agree that, if we gave up this auditorium for an on-site gymnasium, that bothers me a little. We've got a rec center with an old gymnasium in it that we think is suitable for middle school, but the choice has been to bus out to the modern gymnasium at the elementary school. So there are a lot of little nitpicks